Governor Oyebanje let the ESCO members and body of permanent secretaries in a special number. His address, the governor said the outgoing year had been undoubtedly blessings from God and acted the work to do to extend ends of love to the needy during this season. Governor Oyebanje urged the organized labor to consider the limited available resources in the state, which must be used judiciously to attend to others in the informal sector.
And I plead with labor to accept it, because it should push us further. We will be able to sustain it. That is the truth. It should push us further. Pension will suffer, gratuity will suffer, deduction will suffer. So it's better we do this in a way and manner that everybody will be happy, so that no section will feel neglected. But whatever we say we are going to do, with or without fact, we will pay you. That is the truth.
Those of the gathering interceded for the governor, his cabinet members, Ekiti State and Nigeria at large. Toba Babalola reporting.
Governor Oyebanje was represented by...
In continuation of the 2023 edition of the Civil Service Week celebration in Ekiti State, an interactive session with officers from grade level 2 to 6 is scheduled for today between 10 in the morning and noon at the Cultural Center in Ado-Ekiti, while officers on grade level 7 and above will come up between 1 and 3 in the afternoon. There will be an environmental sanitation across the MDAs tomorrow, where thereafter award will be given to outstanding civil servants by Governor Biodun Oyebanje. Jumat service will hold on Friday, while the event will reach its climax with church service and Thanksgiving on Sunday at the Government House Chapel. The Ekiti State government has reassured families, dependents and relatives of fallen heroes of more commitment to their welfare and well-being. Governor Biodun Oyebanje gave the reassurance during the launch of Emblem Appeal Fund for the 2024 Armed Forces Remembrance Day celebration at the Legijibo Hall, Government House Ground in Ado-Ekiti. Adedayo Adeleye has more.
Governor Oyebanje was represented by his deputy, Okina Musa, launched a sale of emblem with 1 million naira. He said that the launch of the emblem was aimed at rekindling government's interest in the plight of the families of the fallen heroes who lost their lives in the course of serving their fatherland.
This occasion is also an avenue to showcase our support and to acknowledge the roles, contributions, and selfless services of our fallen heroes. The celebration therefore expresses our deep appreciation to these gallant heroes and aimed at boosting their morale and their discharge, their heroic commitment to the country and the humanity.
Governor Oyebanje noted that the ceremony was to let retired soldiers and serving officers note that their labor shall never be in vain, as they will always be recognized and remembered. He added that government will do everything possible in ensuring that the welfare of the dependents of the departed received the needed attention.
We shall remain committed to the unity and peace.
The society has visited Ekiti Southwest, Bonyi, and Ikole local government areas of the state. This month's edition was special made to reach out to the people who had no privilege to seek assistance from the governor by giving them Christmas gifts. Our reporter Yemi Olajutem, who was on the entourage led by the senior special assistant in governor's office, Mrs. Shola Abi, explained that the team visited Igbaraodu, Aisegba, Ilumoba, Ijesha-Ishu, and Oduoro in Ikole local government area to spotlight small-scale marketers. Cash gifts ranging from 5 to 10,000 naira were given to the petty traders, while hundreds of the aged received food items for the festive season. The beneficiaries thanked the governor for the Christmas gift, which came as a surprise to them. About 32 secondary school students in Ekiti who recently distinguished themselves in their studies have been given prizes by members of the Ekiti Association in Austin, Texas, US. The ceremony took place at the Christ School Alumni Association Hall in Nadu. Our reporter, Tuba Babalola, completes the story.
The maiden edition of the annual prize giving was attended by the award recipients, their parents, traditional rulers, officials from the State Universal Basic Education Board, Ministry of Education, Youth and Development, as well as Teaching Service Commission, STESCOM. Representatives of Ekiti indigents in Houston, Texas were also on ground at the ceremony. In his remarks, the chairman of the association, Pastor Bolu Alabi, said Ekiti indigents in Houston instituted this year's award for best students in the last junior secondary school certificate examination to encourage healthy rivalry and academic excellence in the state, as the association plans to impact on other sectors that affect the people and society.
This maiden edition is to kickstart what we believe will eventually become an award that will cover all the secondary schools in the state every blessed year. We have already met with the VC of the two state-owned universities of the state, and we have offered academic endowments. There are plans to do much more than that. There are also plans by the association to be impactful in other sectors of the economy, like healthcare, industries, science, technology, and so on.
Pastor Alabi said the initiative was to complement Governor Biodun Ibanji's feat in the sector. He said there was no shortcut to success and charged the students to be more committed to their studies. Checks of 50,000 naira were presented to each student by some members of the association, Mrs. Yetunde Alabi and Mrs. Fudusho Cholola, as well as the DG, Community Communication, Mrs. Mary Osho, the chairman of the occasion, and former managing director of Skybank, Mr. Olufemi Bakari, observes that indigents of the state who sojourn in the foreign lands work tirelessly to survive, and thank those in Eastern Texas for giving back to their states of origin. Our guest lecturer, Professor Wole Olaiya, who spoke on education in the season of Japa, says in the current reality, students can survive in the sector through qualitative education to engender intelligence, character, and success.
Education is the process of acquiring knowledge, developing the process of reasoning and judgment. It is about generally preparing for mature life.
The Onishan Oba Gabriel Adejuwon, Ogoga Oba Adejimiadu, Olora Oba Peter Dayamola, and Chief Shegun Ajibulu commended the efforts of members of the Ekiti Association in Houston, Texas for the initiative and Ekiti students to justify the largesse in the academics.
The student now to you. Someone is giving you now. You should have the mind of people back in the future.
I mean, to be great, so that you can also do this type of thing to people who are coming behind you.
The students thanked the Ekiti Association in Houston, Texas for the prize awards and promised to keep the flag flying.
So that I'm part of this program. The award is actually an encouragement for me to do well.
Toba Babalola reporting.
The Commissioner for Transportation, Mr. Kehinde Ajubiwe, has raised the alarm over the imminent threat posed by unregistered vehicles, tricycles, and motorcycles on road safety and security within the state. Ajubiwe, during a chat with newsmen in Nadu, noted that the unregistered vehicles often bypass essential inspections and regulations. He declared that such vehicles would no longer be permitted to ply the roads, citing illicit activities associated with them. The commissioner said that enforcement will commence next year to put sanity into the transportation system. The Ekiti State Police Command has described as false alarm that a bank in Ado was under attack by a group of armed robbers. According to its PPRO, Sunday Abutu, the false alarm was an imagination of some fake news peddlers and enemies of the state who derived joy in causing unnecessary apprehension in the society. The Commissioner of Police, Dario Gundari, has in the meantime ordered the deployment of more tactical and intelligence teams across the state, especially around banking areas, to ensure that there is no attack or breach of peace anywhere in the state. An Ekiti State Chief Magistrate Court in Ado-Ekiti has sentenced one herbalist Nuruddin Ibrahim to 5 years imprisonment for conspiracy, false pretense with intent to defraud and indecent assault. The 58-year-old Ibrahim and others now at large were said to have defrauded one Yinka at Aramoko Ekiti of 1.4 million naira under pretense to help find solution to her problems. The victims in her testimony explained that she was a businesswoman based in Lagos but had problems with her business sometimes in 2019. The Supreme Court has reserved judgment in the appeals by the Labour Party and the People's Democratic Party (PDP) challenging the victory of the Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu. The Apex Court adjourned the matter for judgment after counsel adopted their briefs.